All right, I am Marcus James Dixon with Gold Derby, and we are here with Malcolm Washington, the screenwriter and director of Netflix's The Piano Lesson, and Ray Fisher, who plays Lyman. First of all, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Yes. Well, Malcolm, this film is based on the 1987 play by the great August Wilson. When you first read that play, what impact did that have on your life at the time?
A profound one, a profound one. I mean, it was the themes in this play are so strong. They're so universal and so intimate too, and they grab you. So when I read it, it was a call to action. It was like, okay, even if I wasn't making the film or anything like that, like I just knew I had to engage these ideas, and wrestle with these things for myself. I was honored to be able to turn that into a movie.
And Ray, Lyman has such a certain way of speaking, even a certain way of just staring at people. As the actor, how did you go about inhabiting those personality traits?
Well, the speech pattern was something I'd been cultivating for a little bit, right? I felt like everyone in the piece is such a fast talker and trying to figure out how Lyman is different from the rest of the folks, right? And giving himself a chance to catch up with everything that's happening. I was like, well, what if we play with the idea that maybe he does not talk as fast as some of the other folks, right? I think there's a very earnest nature about him that lends himself to that way of speaking. So when Lyman asks you a question, he's really looking. He's not just looking to get to what he's going to say next. He really genuinely wants the answer to the question and wants to understand what it is that you're relaying to him. In terms of
He's seriously and deeply listening.
yeah, he's serious, and I think he is a visual person, right? As people are telling him these stories and relaying this information to him, he's seeing it in his mind sort of play out, right? In August Wilson's in the original stage version of this piece, Lyman goes on about going to the picture show, right? And I think that sort of idea of him wanting to go to the picture show is because he's sort of wrapped in the wonder of seeing things, seeing stories visually in that way. And for me, it was an honor and a joy to be able to sit back and watch phenomenal actors duke it out in front of me and just be a fly on the wall, right? That was some of the, that I was literally just wrapped in the wonder of watching them be great at what they do.
I mean, speaking of phenomenal actors, what was it like for both of you to work with the legendary Samuel L. Jackson?
A riot. A riot every day.
He's somebody as deeply connected to this work as anybody on earth. He's done the film is his third iteration of the piano lesson. He's been on both sides of the generation of it. And he brought so much experience and stories and connection to Mr. Wilson directly into the room. So having somebody like that and somebody who's just an icon in their own right and somebody who raised you with their films, it was just an incredible piece of that puzzle.
So, Malcolm, for everyone that hasn't seen the play, talk to us about some of the changes that were made for this film so that you could put your own stamp on it as the writer and as the director.
Yeah, the goal was never to insert myself into it. I wanted to honor the work, but honor the medium that we're working in. I revere the cinema. I revere this art form. I grew up in watching films and just appreciating them on a serious level. So I just wanted to respect the form in which we were working, and take the play and interpret it, adapt it. And I think one of the main focuses on that was not only fulfilling the promise of cinema, of the experience, in that trying to deliver on the thrills, the laughter, the scary moments, the introspective moments, just a complete cinematic experience, but also play with subjectivity, interiority. Watching a play is kind of an objective experience. Everybody's on the stage and you can choose where to look. You can choose who you want to look at any given moment. And with the film, we can use other tools to guide the audience through the story, through character. Sometimes the most impactful story beat in the framing of the story that we're trying to tell, it's in listening to in watching the person listen to what's happening. That's what the story moment's really about. And making the film, we got to take these subjective experiences and really lean into character in that way.
So, Ray, your chemistry with Danielle Deadweiler was so fun to watch on the screen. What would you say is Lyman's true feelings toward Bernice? Was this just a crush, or what was going on there?
I think Lyman Jackson is someone who's looking for companionship. I think that he and Bernice, in their interaction in the piece, they see each other in a way, if not only for that moment in time, they see each other in a way that I think other characters in the play might miss, because there's a lot of contention, right? There are a lot of people talking at one another. But this is the first time where we get to see folks having like a genuine conversation without any sort of ulterior motive, right? Just to simply be in each other's company and express their thoughts and ideas. And I think that's what ultimately lends itself to them both being in a position to have this special moment that we get to see in the film.
And how was Danielle as a scene partner?
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Really funny. We would yell at each other all the time. I'd be singing Seal really loud in my trailer, and she'd come banging on my trailer, all that. But honestly...
We almost got kicked off the lot because these two are making a ruckus in the trailer. Just messing with each other.
No, she's a phenomenal scene partner. She's a great lover of the craft, and she's a phenomenal baker of carrot cakes, of which she provided many for us.
And Malcolm, your father, Denzel, he's a producer on this project. Did he give you any advice? What did he give you any tips or anything like that?
He's take care of August, respect August. That's the mission that we're on. We value this work, we honor this work, so we wanted to hold it up and bring ourselves to it fully, so that we can make the best thing that we could, and that would in turn honor the legacy that we're working within.
And I'm curious, is there anything you learned as a director, maybe with the last time you said cut, but between then and the first time you said action, what's something that you learned about the process that you didn't know at the start?
Whew. This was something that I had a intellectual understanding of, but a lived experience changed it, which is that in making a film, you have to commit all of yourself to it, more than just your time and your body and your effort. You have to commit your spirit and your soul to the thing, and you have to convince as many people as you can to do the same thing, and make the thing together. Like from that standpoint, it's not a job. We're not at work. We're in service of something higher, and you have to bring that level to it if you want to make anything worthwhile.
And if you ever get the chance to work with this individual, you will find yourself a blessed human. I promise you. I can't describe it, but you can certainly feel it in the piece.
And final question, gentlemen. The Oscars are coming up. This movie has been getting some Oscar buzz. Just in a couple words, what would it mean to you to be nominated?
I couldn't tell you.
I feel like with this film, we were in service of something of the highest order, and it's so much about a community coming together to honor a community. And so the real goal of it is to inspire conversation, inspire people to see themselves in the film, to engage the stories of their ancestors and the power that they carry, and to stand on that ground with that acknowledgement. So anything that comes after that is obviously amazing, but the goal is much higher than any award.
Absolutely. And I think to piggyback off of that, if it gets more eyes on the material, if it gets more eyes on this film, bring it on, whatever it may be.
Bring it on. Thanks so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.